Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. So Shomu sir, any interesting question today?
A very interesting question, Harshad. We have something related to squares and stuff. So let me get into the question.
Okay.
So we have points EFGH lying on the sides AB, BC, CD, and DA respectively of a square ABCD. So we have a square ABCD where each of the sides have one corresponding point that is mentioned. If EFGH is also a square whose area is some 62.5% of the ABCD, given CG is longer than EB, then the ratio of the lengths of EB to CG. So on the face of it looks a very complicated one, right? So in these kind of questions, first always draw the diagram to understand what is happening. So let me draw a rough square out here. Let me just name this first. So let's say A, B, C, D. Now it doesn't matter, but I just want to keep it a little parity out here. It says EB is CG is longer than EB, right? And this point E is on the side AB. So E will be somewhere here, isn't it? So what I do is now taking, so this will be roughly the midpoint. So I'll take E a little towards B. That's all. It doesn't matter if you do that or not. So I'll take it here. And remember, we have to make a square right here. Now, if you are drawing a square, what will happen is, I mean, this is something you will be able to understand if you remember the proof of Pythagoras theorem. I mean, that is also something I've shown in the lessons. I mean, this is coming from, I mean, this shape that will generate will be similar to that proof of Pythagoras theorem. So the thing is, I mean, that is not relevant, but the point you have to understand is, because we need to get a square out here. So before I draw the entire thing, just imagine this thing. So there's a 90-degree out here, right? Now, if this angle is theta, this is 90-degree. This should be 90 minus theta.
Right.
Now, this is 90-degree out here. This entire thing is 180-degree. So this part and this part should add up to 90-degree.
Right.
Now, since this is 90 minus theta, so this thing should be theta.
Yeah.
So
Right.
we are getting a triangle of this type, right, out here.
Right.
This length will come out here, and this length will come out here. Something like this will happen. It's like rotated, right? So whatever is the gap left out, just let me take this off. Whatever is the gap left out here would be the gap left out here, right? So it will be sort of a tilted thing that is going to happen in this manner. So it will be cyclically tilted. So just let me draw it as accurately as I can. So something like this is going to happen. Now, just let us name this. I mean, E is in AB. F is on BC, so this will be F. G is on CD, and H is on AD, right? So these are the points. And now you can see that CG is longer than EB, right? So this is CG, right? Now CG is actually longer than EB. Remember that symmetry that I was talking about. This length will be equivalent to this length, right? Because of the rotation that is happening out here.
Right.
So any which way, so we are going to now indicate these things, but just for a minute, let us understand what this relation is given. So we have been given that the area of EFGH is 62.5%. That is 5 by 8, right? 62.5%. 12.5% is 1 by 8. So 62.5% is equivalent to 5 by 8.
Right.
If you're comfortable with these percentage and fraction equivalents, then it becomes easy to solve these kind of questions. But anyhow, so I'm just going to use a very basic idea here. So I'm going to just indicate these by variables. Don't worry about it. There is going to be 3 variables, but the resolution will be very simple. So I'm focusing on EB a little bit and CG because that is X and Y. So I'm going to name it here also. Now, because of the tilted thing, if this is X, this part should be X. Remember the rotation thing that I talked about. So this triangle is sort of rotated and placed here, right? So this X comes out here and this Y goes here, right?
Right.
I'm not going to name the rest of it. Everything will be something like that only. And I'm going to take this side as Z of this EFGH. So there are a couple of relations that gets established. So one is, this is a 90-degree. So in this right angle triangle, we get X square plus Y square is equal to Z square. Right, simple Pythagoras here.
Right.
Also, the relation that is given to us, ABCD has the side X plus Y. and EFGH has the side Z, right? So the area of
Right.
ABCD is x plus y whole square, and area of EFGH is Z square, isn't it? Now the question tells us that EFGH area is 5/8 of this area. So 5/8 of this area should be equivalent to Z square.
Correct.
Now both of these are Z square, right? So effectively Z square goes off. So what is the objective? Don't forget the objective. We are looking for the ratio of EB and CG. So our concern is X by Y. I don't even have to figure out X and Y. But our concern is X by Y. So Z is irrelevant, isn't it? So let's ignore Z. So we are going to equate these two first of all. So let's do that. So I'm just going to skip one step. I think this should be understandable. I hope this is understandable, right? If I equate this to this and multiply 8, so I get something like this, right? So we have 8x square and 8y square. And if I expand this one, I get x square plus 2xy plus a y square, right? So x square plus y square is getting multiplied to 5, isn't it? So let me get this thing to the right hand side. So what happens? We have 8x square here and 5x square gets subtracted. So we are left with 3x square. Similarly, for y square, you get 8y square and 5y square subtracted. We have 3y square. And remember, we are taking everything to the right hand side. So this 5 into 2xy, which is 10xy, will go as a negative quantity. So we'll have minus 10xy, everything to the right hand side equal to 0, right? This is, I hope, understandable. I'm not just writing explicitly all the expansion and everything. If you want, you can verify that, but this is what you're going to get. But remember the objective. The objective is to get x by y. I don't care about x and y, right? I just care about x by y. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide this entire thing by y square. Y cannot be 0, right? So I'm just dividing the entire thing by y square. So what do I get? This is x square by y square. So that is something like x by y whole squared minus this is 10xy by y square. One of the y will cancel off and you'll have something like 10 into x by y and plus 3 is equal to 0, right? Now, if I consider this to be k, this is a requirement, right? This is what the question is looking for. X by y is what we are looking for. So let us consider that to be k. So I'm just substituting this here. So we get 3k square minus 10k plus 3 is equal to 0, which is a quadratic, right? So if you do a middle term factorization of whichever you want, you get 3k and 1 second. So I'll just do it in my way. So 3k and k, this will be the two parts. And you need 10. So I need 3k into 3. So minus 3 here, minus 1 here. So something like this. So now, see, we have two possibilities, right? So we are getting k is equal to 1 by 3 or 3, right? These are the two possibilities that we are getting. But remember, the question already told us that EB is less than CG, right? Where was this here? So CG is longer than EB. So EB is less than CG, right? And what is EB? EB is X and CG is Y. So we have X less than Y, implying X by Y should be less than 1. So our K should be less than 1. So our answer should be 1 by 3. That confusion will not arise because we don't have 3:1 as the answer, any one of the option. So the answer is 1:3.
Okay, nice, understood.
So yeah, a nice question out here. It's just that how you handle it will determine how much time it will take. But one point here, in terms of scanning the paper and stuff, I would not attempt this in the first scan. Because ideally, when I'm looking at this, I know that some sort of relationship has to be established. I'm not particularly sure whether Pythagorean triplet will work or not, how to test it. It will not be very obvious out here. So better to, do it in the second round or something.
Noted.
So yeah, that's it from my end.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for this question. Thanks everyone for joining.
If you haven't yet checked the full playlist containing this video, then check the description for the direct link. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated with our daily questions, tutorials, and problem-solving sessions, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to never miss an update. In addition to our daily questions, we also offer comprehensive preparation for CAT and other management entrance tests. If you're looking to excel in these exams, we highly recommend checking out these courses in our website. To get a taste of what our courses have to offer, we invite you to take a free demo. The demo will give you a glimpse into the quality and effectiveness of our teaching methods, study materials, and practice resources. You can find the relevant links in the description of this video. Have a nice and successful preparation ahead. See you in the next one.